Alright, we're back. We got cut off. I figured out that if I have too long of videos from other days, I gotta delete those videos. Otherwise, it cuts us short on this, okay? Alright, so let's continue. We are on goat. What rhymes with goat, Jackson?
Coat.
Coat. And what about the last one, which is horn? What rhymes with horn?
Torn.
What?
Torn.
Torn. Good. Okay? Alright. Let's go and let's talk about what we talked about yesterday with clocks. Okay, so Jackson, do you have your clock?
My clock.
Okay.
My clock's right
So, if we remember on our clocks, the big hand is called the what hand?
there. Minute hand.
The minute hand. And the short hand is called the
Hour hand.
hour hand, right? Okay, so remember, if we want to say, like right now, it says 2 o'clock. Remember, anytime it points to the 12, it's o'clock. Okay, and we can remember that on Jackson's, the colors were switched on his little one. Okay, but his says 2 o'clock. Okay, so if we move it, okay, we go around a few times and we put it at this. The big hand is on the 12 and the little hand is on the 10, or on the 11.
Or whatever one.
On the 11. So now it is what time?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. Very easy, isn't it? It's so easy.
Yeah,
Now,
mine's
if
at
this
4 o'clock.
blue hand is moved to different numbers, then that gets a little bit harder, and that's stuff you'll learn in first grade. Okay? All right,
What is
so
the other thing we're gonna
right now this is pointing to the 10, and this is pointing to 12, so it is 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Okay? All right. So, when the clock moves around and 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 around, now, what if it is it if it's straight up and straight down? Whoops. There we go. What do you think time it would be there?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Very good. Okay? Now, that's not too hard, is it? Okay? Now, I'm going to show you something that's even easier. Now, remember, this is called what kind of clock?
I forget.
Do you remember it? It's called an analog clock. Analog. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you a clock today that is easier than that. Remember yesterday I said that your moms and dads have it on their phone. You have it on, maybe if you have an alarm clock.
Oh, yeah.
It's on your computers, okay? It's even on Mr. Krager's watch, okay? The time that's on there. So let me take this off and I'll show you.
That's the easiest thing ever.
This is so easy because it just tells you what time it is. So right now it is 10:23, or no, 10:35 in the morning, okay? And this kind of clock is called a digital clock. So if it shows you the numbers, it's a digital clock. You have it in your mom and dad's car. If you look, it might be on your microwave or on your stove or on your TV or something if you look to see what time
Or
it is.
on your clock.
Yeah. Okay? So that's called the digital time. Okay?
It's on this kind of clock.
Yeah, this is a digital clock. So I made this. We would have made these at school if we had school, but we just cut it out of paper. It's a thing, and this thing has just a bunch of numbers, and we move it up and down. So if it's o'clock, it's 00 for o'clock. Okay, so right now, if we move it to here, it is 3 o'clock. Easy, right?
I didn't know that.
If we move it up
2
to
o'clock.
here, this is
2 o'clock.
no, this is a 5. It looks
Oh.
backwards on the phone there. Okay, so this is 5 o'clock. If we move it up some more, this is 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
That looks like 15.
Yeah, well, it's because it's backwards to us. When we look at the camera, it looks backwards to us. Okay, so then we go down here. This is 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. It's so easy, isn't it? So today, when you're walking around your house and you look at the clock, see if you can tell what time it is. If you have a digital clock or one like my watch, you'll be able to tell the time the whole day, right? Now, if you have an analog clock, that makes it a little bit more difficult, okay? And then we even have a clock upstairs that it has some weird numbers on it, doesn't it? Upstairs in our living room. It has,
It's a big one.
yeah, it's a real big, and it has something called Roman numerals on it, okay?
Yeah, it's just lines.
Yeah, it's a bunch of lines and letter V's and X's and stuff. Okay, so it's a lot different than a normal
Like
clock.
that one.
Yeah, and it's kind of like this one here. I'll show you. I'll flip you around here. Okay, so this clock, this number, this is a Roman numeral. That's 1, 2, 3. This is a Roman numeral, the 1, but the V stands for a 5. So it's 5 plus 1, which makes 6. So that's actually 6 down here. And then that's X means 10, okay? And the X up top means 10 plus 2 more makes 12. So it's a little hard to do those kind, okay?
But it skips numbers.
Yeah, and that one doesn't have all the numbers on it. The one we have upstairs has all the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
Yeah, and we have 2 of Walt's clocks.
Yeah, we have a bunch of digital clocks around. Okay? All right. So, make sure that you're still doing your things on your list.
What if it's like this?
Okay?
And it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah. All right, you can mark on here that we did sight words because we did that already. Okay? Now, we have it marked on Jackson's that he's done his Easter candy stuff because it's not Easter yet. It's going to be on Sunday. Okay? So, a few more days
Wait,
away.
Is it really on Sunday?
Yeah, it's on Sunday. Okay? And that's also Colton's birthday. Okay? So we didn't do that stuff. Jackson did do the bunny hop thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he did that yesterday. So we marked that. Today, when we were waiting for the video to load and to get this new video started, Jackson did his sight words, writing his sight words. Okay? He decided that he wanted to skip a few of the other things. So we could do rhyming because we just did rhyming, so we can check that off.